Broomfield, Colorado is just ranked one of the best places to live in the entire country. But what no one is telling you is that there are some serious trade-offs that you need to know before moving here in 2026. If you're thinking about moving to the state of Colorado, especially Broomfield, this video could help save you from making a very, very expensive mistake. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Moving to Colorado and I'm Taylor Ratliff, your host, and I'm also a real estate agent in the state of Colorado. So if you're looking to relocate here and you want help on figuring out the right city, the right neighborhood, what area is going to fit you based on your lifestyle, based on the job that you're getting. If you want help moving here, I want to help you. So make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that bell so that you can stay up to date every single time I make another video. And then if you want help, definitely reach out. I'll put all of my information over the screen right here. And without further ado, let's get into the pros and cons of what it's like to live in Broomfield, Colorado in 2026. Even with all the buzz and the headlines going around, what does it actually look like to live here in 2026? Broomfield, Colorado is located right between Denver and Boulder, which makes it one of the most strategically located cities in all of the Front Range. It's known for master plan communities, easy commute times, mountain views, and a really, really strong quality of life. But let's break down what the true pros are and what the cons are if you're somebody that's thinking about relocating to Broomfield specifically. All right, so we're going to kick things off with our pros today. And the number one pro that you are going to find when moving to living in Broomfield, Colorado is going to be location, location, location. Your location couldn't be better if you're looking for a northern Denver suburb that also keeps you very close to the mountains. So Broomfield, Colorado is only located about 20 to 25 minutes away from downtown Denver, and you're only about 20 minutes from Boulder as well. So you are right smack in the middle of two different type of lifestyles, different type of activities and things that you can do in these two areas, and it's about the same distance to get to either. So if you are somebody that really loves the mountain lifestyle and you want to go on a hike and you want to go get some matcha and a bagel and just really enjoy a mountain feel, then you're going to drive about 20 to 25 minutes north, about northwest to Boulder, and you're going to have an incredible time. And then if you're somebody that wants to go enjoy a concert, or you want to go watch a football game, basketball game, baseball game, whatever type of sport that you want to enjoy, or maybe you want to have a little bit more nightlife and you want to go check out Denver, you're only 25 minutes away from that as well. So the location of Broomfield is incredible. You're truly in the middle of everything that is happening, and that's not even to mention all of the suburbs that surround Broomfield in the northern Denver metro area. So if you are looking to be really centrally located and you can't really decide if you want to live very close to the mountains or you want to live in the city, Broomfield is going to be a great happy middle for you that keeps you close to everything that you want to do. Our second pro today is that Broomfield has a very clean and master planned feel about it. And when you are looking at homes in Broomfield, when you're driving around and really getting to know the area, you're going to find that in Broomfield, they were very intentional about building the communities. And so there is a plethora of trails and parks and different attractions. Certain neighborhoods have water attractions, and there's incredible views everywhere. And they did a really good job laying out the homes to where you're not on top of your neighbor and you have a decent sized yard and you have mature trees. Like I said, the neighborhoods, the streets are clean, and they were very intentional about the land that they had and how they utilized it. So if you want a community that just makes sense and you want one that encourages an active lifestyle because you have the parks, you have the trails, you have the biking trails, you have the things to do, and it's beautiful and it's enjoyable to be outside and you don't have to drive everywhere, Broomfield's going to be great for you. And there's a lot of neighborhoods. Specifically, you're going to want to look at the Broadlands, you're going to look at Broadmoor, there's Anthem Highlands, Anthem Ranch. All of these neighborhoods are beautiful neighborhoods that if you're thinking about looking in you're thinking about making a move to Broomfield, these should be at the top of your list because, like I said, very, very thoughtful, beautiful, clean neighborhoods that you're going to be wowed at. Something I also want to mention before we hop on to the next point is that they did an incredible job of lining the streets with beautiful, beautiful trees that have incredible, spectacular colors in the fall. So not only were they very intentional about where everything was located, but they also landscaped the heck out of these neighborhoods, and they're just so beautiful in the spring, summer, and the fall. This is going to be huge for you as well if you're somebody that has growing kiddos, because I just had some clients that moved to the area from a different city in Colorado that didn't have a lot when it comes to attractions, things to do, parks and whatnot. And now the home that they have is a 2-minute drive from 2 parks, a 1-minute drive from another park, and is 3 minutes from a huge sports complex with fields and grass and open space and all kinds of stuff. So Broomfield is great if you have growing kiddos because it's really easy to just be a walk away from a great playground and to really find a house that is situated right smack in the middle of everything that your kids are going to want to go do. Our third pro is that Broomfield has a very strong job market, and if you're looking for a great job or even potentially a raise, you're going to find great opportunities in Broomfield. We have a very strong tech hub, and then you also have major employers that are nearby like Interlochen Business Park, other tech companies, and you're very close to Boulder startups. So if you're relocating for work, this area truly checks a lot of boxes. But something that I do want to just reiterate, like I do in a lot of these videos, is you don't want to move to Colorado, especially not Broomfield, without having your employment lined up. So if you want to move to Broomfield and you want to work in Broomfield, get the job before you make the move, because you don't want to move here and go broke while looking for a job. That's not the way to do it. You're not going to put yourself in a good position. And a lot of people that skip that step and do it after they move to Colorado truly end up moving back to where they came from within a year. Our fourth pro, and personally this is the number one pro for me, but Broomfield has incredible outdoor access, and with that comes incredible views of the Rocky Mountains. So Boulder has a plethora, like I said before, of parks and trails and playgrounds. And so if you're somebody that likes to be active, if you like to be outside, if you like outdoor recreation, Broomfield's going to be perfect for you, because whether you want to go on a bike ride, you want to go walk with your kids, you have a dog and you want to go take them on a walk, you're going to find so many people that are out doing the same thing. And no matter what the weather looks like, I am always seeing people outside in Broomfield walking around, and the reason is because it's really easy to do so. A lot of people are a very short distance from trails, and a lot of the communities have trails that are intertwined throughout the communities. And so it's a really great place for you to meet neighbors and to get to know other people that like to go walk outside. And it's a great place for you to allow your pooch to meet other friends. And it's just a good outdoor, healthy vibe in Broomfield. And I always find myself when I'm touring, I always find myself pulling over and taking a short walk around one of the ponds or lakes that's in the community that I'm showing, because it's just absolutely breathtaking. And I'll show you some video overlay of what I'm talking about, but you just have incredible views in Broomfield. And if a very moderate type of walk or hike or bike ride is not enough for you, like I said before, you're only 20-25 minutes from Boulder, where you can have your more extreme hikes and mountain biking experiences. So if you're somebody that loves the outdoors, if you want to have incredible views of the Rocky Mountains, then Broomfield's going to be a great place for you to call home. Our fifth pro is going to be the schools and the community vibe. And to start with the community vibe first, a lot of the neighborhoods in Broomfield actually have their own block block parties and their own events, their own things to do. And it's a really great way for you to become part of the community and to really get to know your neighbors and the people that live in the same area that you do. And then again, you do have all of those trails that are going to weave in and out of the neighborhoods. And so that's a great place for you to meet other people that like to walk around the neighborhood. And then Broomfield does a great job putting on events, and they also do a really great job with their farmers markets, like most of the places in Colorado. But that's a great place for you to meet other people that are in the community and to also get to know the local farmers and the local businesses that you want to support. There's the Orchard Town Center, where there's also a ton of things to do. You can go shopping, you can get a really cute coffee at Cozy Coffee, you can walk around, again, breathtaking views of the mountains, but you just have a lot to do, and it's easy to access. What you want to do in Broomfield is only going to be a 15-minute drive away, if that. And so there's a lot to do in Broomfield. There's always something happening, especially during the spring and the summer. And if you're somebody that is looking to really be submersed in a great community vibe and feel and people that are welcoming, Broomfield's going to be perfect for you. And when we're talking about the schools, you definitely want to do your own research, because you want to just make sure that the way that you want your kids to be educated aligns with the school's values and their morals and what they're doing. And so you just want to make sure that you do a little bit of due diligence when it comes to the schools. And I'm very happy to provide you all of those resources and all of those guides. And I actually have the relocation guide that has school ratings and more resources when it comes to that and how that rating is made up. You can grab that in the link below. But Broomfield has incredible schools, and this is based on the ratings, and there's a lot of people that are actually moving from out of state specifically to Broomfield, Colorado, because the schools are so good. So again, make sure you do your own research and make sure that you really understand what you are relocating for, if schools are going to be important for you. But if you're thinking about relocating to Broomfield, Colorado, and you're concerned about the schools, don't have any concerns. It's a great place for you to educate your children. And if you have any questions, if you want help navigating what it looks like to get your kids enrolled or for you to move here, relocate here, if you have questions about any of this process, I want to help you. So make sure you reach out. Again, I'll put my information right here. But if you're looking for great schools and a great community vibe, Broomfield is the perfect place for you. All right, so hopping into the cons of living in Broomfield, Colorado in 2026. So your number one con is going to be that living in Broomfield is not going to be cheap. And while Broomfield, Colorado is going to be less expensive to live in than places like Boulder or Denver, Colorado, it's still very expensive. Everybody wants to move to Broomfield. That's part of why it got the number one place to live in all of the Western United States. And with that headline, it is bringing more attraction, more exposure, and more people are choosing to move to Broomfield over the surrounding suburbs. So it's only going to get more expensive. And so I just want to make sure that you understand, while it's incredible to live in Broomfield, Colorado, and you have all of these amenities and attractions and things at your fingertips, it is going to cost you a lot to live there compared to other areas. So make sure that when you are thinking about relocating to Colorado, any city in Colorado, or even a different state, if you figure out that Colorado is not right for you, you want to make sure that you are comparing the cost of living from where you're coming from to where you want to go, because you need to really sit with what it's going to cost you to buy a home, rent a home, buy groceries, and go do things that are allowing you to enjoy your life here. So make sure that you understand, if you are wanting to move to Broomfield, Colorado in 2026, it is not going to be one of the more affordable places for you to live in Colorado, and it's actually one of the more expensive places that you could call home. Con number 2 is that some people refer to Broomfield as lacking charm. So, a lot of the neighborhoods in Broomfield did not start getting built until the early 2000s. So, when you're talking about really cute historical downtowns and walking areas and that charm and character, Broomfield is not going to have it, whereas places like Boulder, Lafayette, Littleton, those are the places that you're going to find those really cute downtown walking areas. So if you're looking for a lot of character, if you're looking for a city that has a really cute old historic downtown area, Broomfield should not be on your list. Third con today is that Broomfield doesn't really have much when it comes to entertainment and nightlife. So if you are a party animal, if you want to be staying out until after midnight, Broomfield is not going to have much for you in terms of nightlife. So most of the bars and the places to eat and things to do, the downtown areas, are going to close before 10 p.m. in Broomfield. So if you're a partier, if you want a lot of nightlife, you should really think about moving to Denver instead of Broomfield. But if you're somebody that likes the more quiet lifestyle, suburban feel, and is willing to travel for your nightlife here and there, then Broomfield might be a perfect fit for you. Fourth con, and something to really consider, especially with how popular Broomfield is getting, is that the traffic is not always the best. And there are times that you can find yourself sitting in rush hour for quite a long time. And so it's really important that you map out your commute times. It's really important that you understand when rush hour is so that you can avoid that if you need to. And then understand that because everybody wants to move to Broomfield and it's only continuing to grow, the traffic is going to get worse. And so it's not absolutely terrible. It does not feel like the heart of Denver at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., but the traffic can get kind of bad in different areas, especially when you're getting off the highway. And so just keep in mind that the traffic is going to continue. It's likely going to get more congested here. And so just make sure that you understand that when you're planning to relocate to Broomfield. Our fifth con today is that the weather in Broomfield, the weather in all of Colorado, can get very dicey. And so you just want to understand this when thinking about moving here. We do get some pretty high windstorms. We do get some pretty crazy snowstorms. And we do get some pretty crazy hailstorms. And we didn't get much in 2024, but in 2020 or 2025, but in 2023, there was crazy hailstorms all over the state. And so you just want to make sure that when you are buying a house here, especially if you are going to do the new construction route, that you have somebody that is guiding you through the process and that you are being very careful when it comes to the inspection process. Because if you end up buying a home that does not have a roof that is going to withstand this weather, you're going to be in a pickle in about 4 to 6 years. Because I just worked with a client that they built their home with a builder and they got about a class 2 shingle on the roof, and it's only been 5 years since the home was built. You shouldn't have to replace a roof in 5 years, ever. And this roof looks like somebody got on top of it with ice picks and jumped up and down all over the roof. And it's because of a windstorm, and it's because the quality of shingle on that roof was not enough to withstand the weather that they experienced. And so you just want to be really careful, because you don't want to end up buying a home, especially a new construction home, where you have to get a brand new roof in 5 years. So if you have questions about that, if you want help navigating the process, whether it's new build, resale, I am very happy to help you. I'll put my information up again. Just make sure that you reach out so that we can help you avoid the mistakes and the ones that are going to cost you a lot of money, because roofs are one of those big ticket items that we want to make sure you're covered in and that you're not facing a couple years down the road. All right, so that was our pros and cons of living in Broomfield, Colorado in 2026. And all of that to say, Broomfield, Colorado is a beautiful place, a great place for you to call home. And if after this video you've decided that you would like to relocate to Broomfield, or you want more information on how to entertain that process, definitely reach out. I would love to help you move here. And then if this video helped you decide that Broomfield is not the right place for you, I would love to help you figure out the right place for you. And so you can either reach out, put all my information right here so that you can give me a call, or schedule a Zoom link so that we can really get to know you, your situation. We can meet each other and really get clear on what the next steps are for you to move here. Or if you want to do a little bit of self-discovery on your own before that, I do have a relocation guide that is listed in the description below. There's some home searches, there's a home guide. Make sure that you download all of that and utilize those resources. Really get to know the different areas, what's going to be available, and if those areas are going to be right for you. And then again, I'm here to be a resource. I'm here to help you move to Colorado. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day. And if you are ready to make your move, reach out. Let's get you taken care of. Okay, until the next one. Bye.